Okay, get started. Get started a little bit early. All right, it's going live. Going live. Got on here a little bit early just to give y'all some time and give me some time. So yeah, we get started in like 3, 4 minutes. I'm on the go, you know, and that's my man, Marcus Bell. That's one of my day ones right there. Marcus Bell in the house. Marcus Bell in the building, man. Man, can we ever get three WMMA fights? One of them's always going to cancel. That's why they have to schedule 3 or 4 because they know that at least 1 or 2 might cancel, man. That's how it always works out for us, right? I mean, this wasn't a fight I was really looking forward to, but still, you know, for real, man. She was a dang on welterweight in boxing. 147, that's welterweight in boxing, you know. Man, she was getting prepared to fight in the welterweight division in boxing, man. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like they knew about this fight. They didn't even try to get close to the weight. I don't know, man. Well, yeah, we'll talk about that first. Though. Let's talk about this fight. Fight night is tomorrow. Fight night's tonight. We got Bellator, so we're gonna talk about Bellator too, man. So yeah. Um, but we're gonna talk about this missed weight real quick because I'm getting sick of this, man. Every time it's something new, man. Fighters just missing weight. Fighters getting sick from trying to make weight. Uh, trying to get these featherweights to move down to a catch weight or bantamweight. It's just crazy, man. So yeah, we'll talk about that here in a minute, y'all. Then we'll talk about Claressa and her debut, man. Claressa and her debut MMA, right around the corner. It's right around the corner, man. So I'll give you my thoughts. I wish I had some boxing fans coming here tonight because I want to battle somebody. You know what I mean? Like I want to school them a little bit. Because look, I'm a diehard boxing fan. Boxing's my day one, but I gotta give much respect to the mixed martial arts. I gotta give much respect to Muay Thai. I gotta give much respect to wrestling. All of that, all the forms of art that make mixed martial arts. So I'm not just gonna ride up in there and just say, oh man, like Claressa's gonna do it. No, I ain't gonna give her false confidence. That's why I'm like, yo, I want to talk to some of these boxing fans, man. I wanna put some people in coffins on this talk. Want to get the coffin ready on this one, man, because I'm gonna bury him, man. Hey, hey, Mr. Lee. Yeah, Zara Farah dos Santos missed weight for tomorrow against what's her name, Joanny Nunez. Yeah, hang on, let me do this thing real quick. We get started. Started this 4 minute mark. So yeah, man, here we go. So yeah, man, welcome back to another live stream on the go. Thank y'all for coming in here. Uh, like I said, just a few things I want to talk about. I haven't been on since what Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday, and we got a lot of news going on. There's still some other stuff we need to talk about on this channel, man. We need to talk about the return of Invicta, all of that. So we'll come back to that on some other stuff on some other days. But yeah, man, today it's fight night, Bellator 257. I want to run through these ladies fights on here as we go along to through this stream. We got Julia Budd coming back tonight against what's her name, Diana Silva, right? Diana Silva, and who else we got? Oh yeah. Vida Artiago versus Desiree Arnez. Yanez. That fight got canceled a while back. I was looking forward to this fight. Desiree and Vida Artiaga. That's gonna be a good fight, y'all. So we got that fight. Julia Budd return, and tomorrow we got Lupita Benitez versus Jessica Bonet. Lupita already, talked about how she's surprised how she's the favorite, Mm. And wow, I tell you, people in front of me, they crazy, man. People on the traffic days are crazy. So who else we got? Tracy Cortez versus Justine Keach. Yeah, man. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, because we got this fight here canceled. So yeah, let's talk about Zarah dos Santos, man. She missed this catch weight fight at 139. It's 139, right, Marcus? Yeah. She was supposed to make weight at 139, and she came in 8 pounds overweight. She came in at 147. Now her opponent, Nunes, Yoani Nunes, she came in at what? Like the catch weight you're living, right? What is it? 138? Hold on. What was the catch weight? Yeah. Yeah. She came in, she made the weight, but Dos Santos 147. So the fight's just scrapped altogether because that's like a 9-10 pound difference. But my thing is, let me ask you this: like, was she even trying to make weight? Was she trying? Like, what's the deal? Like, it's not even like she tried to make weight because she knew this fight was coming. I mean, she wasn't even at the featherweight limit. She was over. She was 2 pounds over that. She came in at 147, so she didn't even come on weight for her own weight class. It was just like she came in and said, "Okay, I don't. I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to try to make weight or kill myself. I'm just going to show up, and our fight will be canceled. That's it." You know, Mark said, "Commissioner isn't playing no more. If you miss weight by a large margin, you get pulled off the card." Yeah, exactly. You should. They might even take your money to show, right? Unless she just try to get her money to show, but they might take. What do they do? Do they take a percentage of that money as well? They should, because I mean, she is embarrassed, man. That's embarrassing. Like, look, I know you trying to, get. I know you trying to just fight. You want to fight, but are you really trying to fight? At this point, it didn't even look like it. I mean, come on, you were supposed to at least try to get down to 139 or 140. You didn't even do that. UFC. It's UFC. It was in UFC, Mr. Lee. It's supposed to be in there. Supposed to be on the undercard tomorrow. She's a featherweight, yeah, the UFC. Not doing very well in the featherweight division either. So I don't know, man. Because to me, I'd have been like, if she showed up at 147, I'd be like, yeah, this fighter didn't even try to make weight. If she had dropped down to maybe like 140, I could believe that. She didn't really even come in like she had been trying, like she looked drained or anything. So that tells you right there. But I will say this, man, it's just another perfect reason on why they need to make a featherweight division, man. Like they keep playing games, they just keep doing this type of BS where they get the bantamweight, they get the featherweights to move down to bantamweight, and then they just try to kill themselves to try to uh, satisfy satisfy Dana White and whatever his plan is as far as trying to make the bantamweight division thrive. But the bantamweight division ain't gonna really thrive if you continue to bring in a bunch of uh, drained featherweights that can't perform. All these girls are gonna be coming in drained and can't even fight. I mean, what did we have last week? We had Norma Dumont, right? Norma Dumont couldn't make weight either, so that fight got canceled. Trying to squeeze down to 135, but they know she don't need to be at 135. I mean, who else said that? Somebody said that she could make that weight, but I'm like, nah, man. Like, I don't care if she is young. That girl don't got a body for a bantamweight. You know what I mean? Like the first few times might be easy if you're like 22, 23, but about like 25 years old, no, Now they're 25 years old, not anymore. 25, 26. Women though, the women with Norma Dumas body frame, even those Santos, they don't need to be squeezing down the bantamweight anymore. That's crazy, man. Yeah, it happens every week, man. No, Marcus, I'm not. I ain't watching that. If it's paper, I mean, if it's just like live TV or free or something, I might look at it for a joke. But I ain't watching that fight. I ain't paying for it. I ain't paying for that Kevin McBride Holyfield fight. No way, man. Shoot, what else, man? Yeah. So, like I said, this is just another perfect reason why they need to, cancel this catch weight stuff, or even this weight drain and stuff, because they just need to have these girls fight at the weight they need to be at, man. Just another perfect reason. Featherweight division needs to be in full effect right now. Because we just have too many girls here that ain't even trying anymore. First, you got some collapsing. You talking about Stoyarenko, and you got Norma Dumont ain't making weight. Now you got Dos Santos not making weight. So what does that tell you? All these girls that have the bodies of a featherweight killing themselves, right? I mean, Dos Santos, she might be leaving it. I think she might be leaving the UFC anyway after this thing, man. I don't know. She might go to Invictus. She might go to Bellator. She might as well go to Bellator, in my opinion, man. What do you think? At least Bellator got a featherweight division. So yeah, man. So with that fight going, we're just down to Lupita Benitez and Jessica Benet and Tracy Cortez versus Justine Keach. My real quick picks. I think I gave my picks on them already a few weeks ago. I got Lupita Benitez winning this fight, probably by like a third round dominant decision, or possibly a stoppage. You know, I think the stand up of Lupita Benitez just got too much. I think she's just too. It's too much for the style of somebody Jessica Benet, who's been out of the octagon for 2 years. I think Lupita is a very strong strawweight. Jessica maybe have the height, but I think Lupita has the speed, and she has some nice hands, man. She's got some nice striking. Lupita got that solid boxing, man. I mean, she could be drawn into a firefight, but I think she would win the firefight too as well. She's very strong too. Got some good takedown defense too. Her and Vanessa Demopoulos were scrapping. That was a good fight, man. That was a good one. Uh, area Spotify said, where can I see the fight? What, the Holyfield Tyson, the Holyfield McBride fight, or the UFC card? The UFC card you can see on Pedro Fowler versus JJ. Oh man, Marcus, you know where you can see that fight? I'm driving right now, man. Like, can you tell him where you can see that fight? That's Bellator, right? That's on the Bellator card, right? Is it on the main card? Let me see. Hold on. Okay. Let's 1 second here. Yeah, okay. Yeah, main card. All right. Sorry. I was just driving. I couldn't. I know who's the co-main event? Is Julia Budd the co-main event? No. Hold on. I'll look that up when I stop though. But yeah, Lupita Benitez, I think her defense, I think her striking is too much for somebody with very spotty defense and Jessica Panay. And again, like I said, you got to factor in 2 years off. I don't think that's going to play well into the style of a little, you know, Benitez is a little Tasmanian devil in there, boy. When she letting them hands go, man, she'll do some damage. So I could just see her winning the fight, maybe by possible stoppage. Don't be surprised if she stops Jessica Benay, but She's gonna win this fight. I definitely feel like she's gonna win this fight. Yeah, yeah, Spotify. You can see it on you can see the prelims on the YouTube channel. Sorry. Yeah, you can see them on the YouTube channel, man. The main card I think is gonna be on Showtime. Yeah, 257. You can always watch the prelims on YouTube, but yeah, the main card is gonna be on Showtime. Yeah, Marcus, I think she might get the nose broke, man. Might get the nose broke again. She gonna put that work on her. So I got her winning that fight. Ganita winning by either TK or decision. Tracy Cortez and Justine Keech. I'm leaning towards Tracy Cortez. I think Tracy Cortez. I think she's very good on the inside. I think she'll take this fight to the ground. I think she's going to be really working on her, working to make this a wrestling fight, wrestling match, and she's going to definitely try to grapple as well and get Justine Keech to the ground because Justine is fast. Justine like to stay on the outside and bounce around, and she like to throw. She like to throw combinations, and I think Tracy Cortez is gonna really have to use some timing in this fight to offset that speed, land something big, kind of like Sabina Mazo did, and get it to the ground. So I think Tracy Cortez has decent stand up enough to slow down the speed, but it's going to maybe take a round or two. Don't be surprised if Justine Keech win around, but when she start to slow down, I think that's when Tracy Cortez is going to get her hands on her. She's going to really press her to the fence. Tracy's a strong fighter. She fought at bantamweight, I think once or twice, but yeah, flyweight's where she needs to be. Flyweight's where she needs to be. But I don't know, man. Justine Keech looked pretty decent in that Sabina Mazo fight. Like as far as her conditioning and everything, her speed and her striking, it was looking good, man. Until she kept eating them head kicks. She was eating like a whole bunch of head kicks in that fight with Sabina Mazo. So she dropped her and damn near knocked her out. She choked her out, man. Two beasts, two beasts. What you say? Hold on, two beasts said weight cutting. You say weight cutting in places outside of ONE FC is ridiculous to me. Being that point of weight classes is to give fighters a fair chance against one. Why would you allow cage weight discrepancies? Yeah, yeah. Dang, I ain't shoot. Tracy missed weight too. That might be why she fought at bantamweight one time. I thought she was just taking a quick stay notice fight. That might be why she fought at 135 a while back. Might be a weight thing with her too. Damn. What did Tracy Cortez come in there at? Hold on. Marcus said more credit goes to Lupe for beating a more experienced fighter. She gets it done. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's definitely gonna elevate her, but yeah, strawweight division is tough as hell, man. I definitely see Lupita beating Jessica Panay, but from there it just gets tough, man. It's gonna get crazy tough. I like to see Lupita go in there against Kay Hansen next. I think Lupita would do that. 2B says she came in at 126.5. Oh, she probably dang, man. I wonder if how bad did she look? Dang, and how bad did she look? Like she was really drained? I don't know. There might not be not much significance to it. I don't think. Maybe she just came in, missed that weight. Some of these young girls now they be chilling and partying, and then they do that last minute weight cut, man. I mean, she got that frame too, like where eventually she could be a bantamweight too. Tracy Cortez. But this is the weight she signed up for. This is the weight she signed up for. So you might as well shed that weight if you want to do it. Oh, Marcus says she looked good. Okay. Yeah, she probably just didn't She probably just didn't jump right on it like right away. As she looked cut. Yeah, I'll go back and look at it. I saw the picture, but I didn't really like look at the weight in her face. Yeah, it might just be a fluke, man. It might just be a little fluke because she's like trying to campaign at 125. You know, she really wants to campaign at that weight, and maybe she just didn't stay on the weight cut, you know, long enough like she needed to. Yeah, but let's see this fight. Excuse me. Excuse me. This fight, I have to go with. I'm gonna go with. It's close. I'm gonna go with Tracy Cortez. I'm gonna go with Tracy Cortez in this fight because, like I said, if she really starts to get Justine Keach, you know, into that realm where she throws a lot of strikes and you know she wears it down, she can close in and make it a ground fight, inside fight, good clinch fight. Mm. Oh, hang on, I'm just looking at something. These people are crazy, man. Going nowhere. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with Tracy by decision in this fight. I mean, what do y'all think? I'm gonna go with Tracy. Gonna be gonna be a good fight. Gonna be a good fight. You know, Justine Keys, her fight with Mazo, that was a good fight. You know, she's always bringing some action and she's moving in there. But let's see, man. Tonight though, this beat this Vida Artiaga fight versus Desiree Arnez, man. I see this fight being explosive, man. Vida Artiaga, boy, that girl be coming, boy. She's like a ball of fire, boy. Like win or lose, man, she be going in there and she be like, she just be throwing and she just be pressing the action, man. I can't believe. Well, I can just because if you're not on your game, she'll beat you, man. She'll take you down and she will submit you, man. Like I can't. I was surprised though with Denise Kielholtz how she lost to Artiaga, man. That was a good fight too. And this one here, I'm looking forward to. You know, Desiree Arnaz, you know, she's a fighter that brings it too. Got some good stand up, man. So I know they're going to be going back and forth in this fight. And that's tonight. So yeah, definitely check that one out. I don't know, man. Like this Julia Budd fight versus Diana Silva. Honestly, man, I wish Julia Budd would have been getting in there with Kat Zingano, man. That's the fight that should have been made. You know, I mean, they're right on the same. They were like close right by each other as far as you know weekends with their fights. They should have matched up and Julia and Kat. I mean, what do you think, Marcus? Shoot, Julia Budd versus Kat Zingano. I mean, if they were just like a week apart, they should have just made that fight. And then that fight should have been, you know, a title eliminator. Since Leslie Smith already got the Cyborg fight, she got that rematch. Shoot, let them get their title eliminator on. But instead, you had Kat in there with Liv Parker, you know, who she took out in one round, and you know you got Julia Budd in here with Diana Silva. I think Silva might put up a better fight than Liv Parker did. You know, I think she might put up a bit better fight, but she's unranked too, right? Silva's unranked, so they got Julia and Kat in there with unranked fighters on back-to-back weeks, which I would prefer if they would just put them in there together, man. That's the fight that makes sense. I mean, never seen them fight before at 135. Um, that's the fight that Julia Budd, she wants a rematch. You know, she wants a rematch, and that's the fight that Kat moved over to Bellator for, right? So why not? And I would really like to see how Kat's wrestling would do against like Julia Budd, her wrestling and her kickboxing skills. That would have been a good fight, man. Both are very strong. With this one here, it's gonna be, I think, a fight where Julia Budd might just take the decision win here, and hopefully this leads to a title eliminator between her and Kat for the next Bellator card. Shoot. Is there an LFA card this weekend too? I think there is, right? There's an LFA card this weekend, or this today. There's an LFA card this Friday, which is today, and then there's what is it? Combat Combate. There's a Combate card. There's a Bellator card. There's an LFA card all today, and then there's of course UFC tomorrow. So yeah, we loaded up with some combat sports this weekend, y'all. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, that's the fight, man. Yeah, Ernest Richards said Zarah got to find a new home back in France. Yeah, that's what it is. Like, you just got to find another organization to work back into the UFC, work back on a level to get your skills up. Because Zarah, Zarah is just Zarah Santos was never really UFC level, man. I mean, let's be honest. Like, just because you wear that uniform and they sign you, come on, man. Like, and then you just been racking them losses up. It's like, well, yo, come on, like get this. Like, I hate to be wrong, but I mean, this girl needs to work on her game, man. Like you let her go in there and get demolished by Felicia Spencer and Anderson. Come on. I know they like to sign fighters to make their hype jobs look good, but damn, man, like this girl's gonna be getting destroyed on whatever weight class she goes into because she never had the time to develop. And there comes a time when those fighters just say, "Hey, we got to take this chance right now because we feel like it's our only chance." But hey, yeah, Bellator had cat fight two lesser skilled opponents, man. Gabby Holloway's been out since I want to say 2017, 2018. She was out for like a good 2-3 years, and then Liv Parker, who's coming off the loss to Chelsea Chandler. So those aren't really fights that's gonna get you ready for Chris Cyborg. Or push you up the rankings, in my opinion. I mean, you really need the Julia Budd and the Olga Rubin fight, Arlene Blenko fight, something like that. Don't be surprised. They might make Kat versus Arlene in like July or somewhere, August. You know. Rui said, "Is this stream just sound?" Yeah, it's just sound, man. It's just sound. If it's your first time here, yeah, these are just live streams, just audio. We're just talking over here, man. All these featherweights missing at 130. All these 145 pounders missing weight at 135. I know, right? Go figure. I wonder why. I wonder why these featherweights are missing bantamweight. It don't make no sense, man. So yeah, I really expect the Vida Artiago fight and Desiree Yanez fight. That's gonna be a good fight. I can't really call that one. That's gonna be explosive. That's gonna be a good fight. I'm watching that tonight for sure. Sure. Julia Budd versus Deanna Silva. I'm gonna go with Julia Budd in the fight. I think it's just setting her up maybe to either fight Kat pretty soon, or like I said, Kat. I know she might be fighting Arlene Blenko like in the summer, but they're trying to set Julia Budd up for her rematch to it, Chris Cyborg if she wants. So I expect Julia Budd to get Silva by decision, or she might get her out of there. What else? What else? So those are most of the women's fights we talked about. All right, let's talk about Claressa a little bit. Hold on for a second, y'all. 1 second. All right. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Oh, Colton's in the house. All right. Colton said, how far do you think Valerie Laredo will get? Valerie Laredo, what does she rate? Where does she rank right now? I think she's pretty high up for a fighter with only like 3 fights, right? How far would she get? Mm. It's still tough to see. I need to see more from Valerie Laredo, man. I'm not gonna lie. Like, yeah, she's popular and yeah, she's got a big following, but when it comes down to skills right now, I don't know. I don't know like if she's gonna be title shot ready like next year. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, man. Let me see here. Valerie Laredo she is, come on, where's the weight? Where's the weights at? Valerie Laredo is number 9. Valerie Laredo is number 9 at 3-0. And she's surrounded by some tough fighters in the flyweight division. So it's gonna be tough for her, man. Like, I don't know how far she'll get, but we'll see. Cause she's got Vida Artiago at number 7, who's fighting Yanez tonight. Then you got Mandy Boehm, who's also undefeated at 7-0. That's a tough fight. And you got Bruna Ellen, who's below her at number 10. That's a competitive fight. Like, I could see her and Bruna Ellen fighting. Then you got Kate Jackson at number 6 and Watanabe at number 5. So I don't know, and I don't see Valerie Laredo beating Watanabe or Kate Jackson just yet. I think she need a few more fights at 3-0. That's just me. That's just me. Like I said, I haven't seen. I need to see some more from her. I mean, her chances are better in this flyweight ranking than they are like if she was in the UFC. Uh, okay, Ernest said, Combate Global comes on tonight, but not until like midnight. Are you on Eastern time? Because if you're on Eastern time, you're on the same as me. So okay, so I'll have to look out for it at 12:30 a.m. then. So that's Eastern time. All right, what do we got here? Danielle Wolf loses to Felicia. Danielle Wolf will do a Jessica Andrade cannonball at the bantamweight just to get back to featherweight. Wow. All right, yeah, but yeah, before I go, let's talk about. I'll be on here for another 15, 20 minutes. So let's talk about Claressa Shields and her debut in June. Was it June 10th, right? PFL. Um, I did a video just announcing it and what I thought of the fight so far. But Claressa Shields versus Brittany Elkin. My first thoughts are this is the best fight out there for Claressa Shields, but that doesn't mean it's gonna be an easy fight. You know, it's definitely not gonna be an easy fight where she can just run through this opponent and make an easy statement and look real good. Because boxing and mixed martial arts are two different things when it comes down to making your debut. I've talked to a few fighters. You see, I talked to a few fighters on my show when I do a show with some of these younger fighters, and they're going in 0-0, and then they go in and get submitted because there's just so much. There's so many levels to the world of mixed martial arts. You know, young fighter, they can go in there and boxing 0-0, and they could fight a young guy that's like, well, a young guy that's 0-0 could fight an older fighter or experienced fighter that's like 2-7 and win because it's just boxing. You know, it's just boxing. It's not like all these other different disciplines mixed together. That's why I say for Claressa Shields, you might look at the record. All her boxing fans are going to look at the record and say, "Oh, Claressa's going to knock this girl out." They say, "Oh, Claressa's going to knock her out." She ain't knocked many girls out in boxing, you know. So how's she going to knock this girl out like that? You know, Brittany Elkin is 3-6, but do you know what type of background she comes from? Do you know what type of discipline that she focuses on? Do you know? Are you not trying to make yourself familiarize? Are you not trying to familiarize yourself with what type of style could counter Claressa's or nullify Claressa's style out? You know, that's what a lot of the boxing fans aren't really thinking of in this one. And you know, like I said, I'm a boxing fan, but I'm also a combat sports fan as a whole. You know, so what I want to talk about in this segment is not just the fight and who I think is going to win, but I just want to address the boxing fans here. You know, don't give Claressa Shields this false confidence. Like, I know she's on her own working, of course. You know, it's not the fans that are in there training her, but I just feel like a lot of the boxing fans, they just see Claressa as a boxer that's jumping over to MMA, that's going to make the same transition and do the same things that she did in MMA that she did in boxing. But no, it don't work like that. You know, you've seen it time and time again, man, where boxers, they go into the sport of MMA and they get embarrassed. You know, they get embarrassed, man. So it's not a game. It's not a game. You know, you try to give that person the softest touch, man, but you can't really you can't really find the soft touch for a first timer in the sport of MMA, especially if you never been on your back before. You never been on a grappling tournament in a grappling tournament. You know, if you never been to Thailand, taking knees to the body and building that Muay Thai stance up and fighting in the Muay Thai clinch, you know, all of that, man. If you haven't done any of that, then yeah, you're pretty much a sitting duck. It's too much to learn in 6 months. It's too much to learn in a year. Ernest Richards said Wolf should be in PFL. Her and Shields trained together a while ago. That would have been a good fight. Like Claressa versus Danielle Wolf, that fight would have made perfect sense. You know, both from a boxing background, trying to get in here and make a statement in MMA. But I think Danielle Wolf has some. I think she has some jujitsu background. I think she did. You know, I haven't really heard too much about it. You know, but she's heavily into boxing. She came from the heavily boxing background as well. So I don't know, man. And another thing about Brittany Elkin, like Claressa Shields versus Brittany Elkin, people just can't go in and say, "Oh, the Brittany Elkin is the underdog." You know, you got to look at the experience and factor the underdog in that way. Like you could actually say Shields is the underdog. You know, Shields is 0-0. All she has is the boxing background and the training that she's taken in with her from Jackson Wink Gym, where Brittany Elkin, she's won some and she's lost some. You know, she knows what she's done wrong before now. You know, she has 6 losses where she can learn from. Um, I brought this up in my video too, man. Like 2020, Brittany Elkin was in like 7 grappling bouts. She's 4-3 in her grappling tournaments these in the last year, in the past year. You know, so people have to look at that stuff. You know, this girl has a what, brown belt in jujitsu. You got to look at that type of stuff. So imagine what she's going to go in there and do. She's going to try go in there and expose the weakness in Claressa Shields, which is taking her to the ground. And if you're a boxer that doesn't know how to transition your style into striking and being a stand-up fighter to avoid leg kicks and to avoid, you know, somebody shooting in for your ankles and shooting in for that single leg, then you're pretty much a sitting duck. And that's why I hope Claressa, they're working on that. You know, they're transitioning her to move around a little bit more on her feet, be lighter on her feet, don't be stationary, and you know, work the jab, from a, different angles and be quick to pull back, because you can always step into somebody going in for those underhooks and take you to the fence and then eventually get you down. Marcus said boxing fans tend to compare Claressa Shields to Holly Holm based on MMA, but they don't realize Holly had to build herself up from the ground. Yeah, and Holly, yeah, I followed Holly's career in boxing. She was a kickboxer too. I've been following Holly for years. I followed Holly when she was still young. Like, she's around my age. I followed her like back in the late '90s. Holly was like Holly came back from the what I say? She came back from the she came from the kickboxing background and boxing background. So she already had like a couple of disciplines under her belt, and even then working at her BJJ skills, that's still taking time. Like, she's still not a brown belt or a black belt. So it takes time, man. It takes a lot of time, man. That's why you going into this fight, Claressa versus Brittany Elkin. As MMA fans, we can really see Claressa as the underdog in this fight. You know, we can really see her as the underdog in this fight, because you're going in there with somebody with uh so many more disciplines under their belt, has more fights. So you got to look at it that way. Like, Claressa didn't have any amateur experience. She didn't go to any grappling tournaments. So she is more so the underdog. I mean, she's the fan favorite, but she is more so the underdog in this fight. To the boxing fans, like I said, oh no, man, she can do no wrong, but man, don't kid yourself. Don't set yourself up, man. I've heard some boxing fans say she'll be Nunes ready in like a year or two. you know, so that really lets you know what these fans think of the sport of MMA, man. They think it's easy, which it's not, yo. But let me see what else we got going on this weekend. Let me look at this fight schedule here, y'all. Let's see here. Bellator 257. That starts at like 9 o'clock. Damn, they got like 13 fights tonight on Bellator's card. What else? Yeah, this LFA 104 is tonight. So yeah, I'm gonna check that card out. Let me see who's on that card. Nothing major on that card, but yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I just don't understand, man. Like, people people think because you have a boxing background, it's gonna be easy to go into the world of mixed martial arts, but it's not. It don't work that way, man. It takes a lot of work. That's why you don't see like a lot of MMA fighters really prime, unless you're like a special fighter like John Jones. Some of these prime fighters that don't really get into their discipline to like 33 or 34. Yeah, man. Yeah, what else is going on? Shoot, yeah. I mean, next weekend is the big weekend, though, y'all. UFC 261 is the big weekend, man. That's next Saturday, y'all. That's the card I'm looking forward to, and everybody's looking forward to. So I had some people ask me to do a fight companion. I didn't even know what that was at first. I guess just like a live commentary for it. But yeah, I'll probably do a live fight companion for the UFC 261. I just might do part of the main card or the championship fights, but I'm not going to do the whole card. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna do the whole 261 card. I might just do like a few of the fights on there. Of course, the main fights. Let me see how many fights are on the main card next week. Um, well, there's 5 fights on the main card for 260 UFC 261. There's the Anthony Smith fight and Jimmy Crute fight, and then there's Uriah Hall and Chris Weidman on there, and then of course Valentina and Jessica, then Whaley and Rose, then Kamara and Jorge. So I might do the whole card. We'll see. I might do the whole card as a fight companion, or I might just do the 3 championship fights. That's all I might do. But yeah, man, I'm about to get up out of here. Like I said, I just want to come on here real quick while I'm on the go. But I am dropping my predictions this weekend. Not this weekend, Monday. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I'm gonna drop them Monday. Or I might drop them Sunday. Who knows? I'm gonna drop them either Sunday and Monday. I'm gonna drop my Whaley Rose prediction and my Jessica Valentina and Jessica prediction on Sunday or Monday. So yeah, I've been holding out long enough. So yeah. But yeah, man, it's about time to do it. It's about time to drop it, man. I dropped these. I mean, I already got my picks in mind. I just wanted to kind of break them down for y'all. So yeah, I ain't gonna hold out no longer. I can't hold out any longer. Yeah. And I ain't gonna let I ain't gonna let what Rose said, her crazy statements that she said affect my pick. I'm not gonna let that affect my pick, y'all. So yeah. So let me see. I'll go ahead and record them tomorrow, and then I'll put them out Sunday and Monday. Separate days. So yeah, I'll do it that way. And yeah, I will do the fight companion to UFC 261, but I'm not doing the whole card. That's up in the air. I'm for sure gonna do the 3 fights, the championship fights. Yeah, all emotions left at the door, man. All emotions left at the door in this pick, man. Like, I've been doing, I just been doing my research like I always do on these fights since beginning of no, since like end of February. When was the last time? The first time this fight got talked about in Singapore in March. That's when I started doing my research on these fights. Yeah, so I've been doing research since then. So I was like, okay, this is hard to pick. Well, Valentina Jessica, that's not as hard to pick. I mean, I got my pick on that one. I mean, I'm working on that one now. I mean, but at the same time, don't be surprised at the what could happen in the Valentina Jessica fight. You know, don't be surprised at what could happen. I will leave it at that. Mark said he's picking Whaley. Mr. Lee said it's 50-50. It's a tough one, man. It's a tough fight, man. Mr. Lee said, thank you for your thoughts on Rose. I agree. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I don't know. Rose just need to Rose just need to keep it about fighting. Keep it moving and keep it about fighting. That's what she need to do, man. I ain't come to here no, building up some fake backstories and fake narratives and all of that stuff. I just want to see the fight. Fernando Cardoso said he has Pedro Carvalho tonight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the card, man. I'm definitely gonna be watching this thing. You know, I've got it on my phone tonight, so I'll be tuning in. Wait, yeah. I mean, Wei Lee, man, she's just a lot to handle. You know, at the same time, Rose is too. Robert Henry said Rose skills to win the fight, not her stupid views. But her stupid views, like, ain't just her views. It's like her mentality, man. Like her mind, whatever's going on in her mind is really like messing with her right now. You know, is really messing with the girl. So yeah, she better keep it about the fight, man. She better stay on her game, man. Fight's right around the corner, and she want to do something like this. But yeah, y'all, I'm about to get up out of here. Like I said, let me drop these. I'm gonna be working on these predictions for y'all, and I'll try to have the. I'm gonna do the Valentina Jessica one. I'm gonna drop that on Sunday. Then of course on Monday I'll drop the big one. I'll drop the big one on y'all. Jersey subs on you. I tell you what, if if Rose wins, look, subs on everybody, right? But yeah, let me close this thing out, man. I'll probably catch y'all tomorrow. I'm do some post fight reactions on some, some good stuff coming up this tonight, y'all. So I'm gonna be tuning into these fights in a couple of hours, man. Make sure y'all tune into these fights tonight, man. These Bellator fights at 9. I'm gonna watch some LFA at 9 as well. Yeah. But all right, y'all. I will check y'all later. Make sure y'all subscribe. Peace.